Oh, I did too.
I don't think.
He was just at that.
No, Sharon's going to get her. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought he was still back there.
Ms. Whitaker, before you step into the witness box, if you come up here and face Mr. Gamble to receive the oath, please.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Thank you. Now, speaking to the microphone, because I know a lot of people speak soft and the jury needs to be able to hear you, okay? Could you please state your full name for the court?
Jessie Whitaker.
And Ms. Whitaker, where do you live?
Iron City, Georgia.
And living in Iron City, Georgia, do you know the defendant, Trinity Poague?
Yes, sir.
How do you know Trinity?
She was one of my babysitters for my children.
Ms. Whitaker, I need you to speak up a little bit. All 12 of those folks are there have to hear you, okay?
She was my babysitter for my children.
Okay, when you say she was the babysitter for your children, how long a period of time was she the babysitter for your children?
She started watching my two stepkids that I have in 2020, and then I had my own child in 2022, and she also watched her.
All right, going back to 2020, how old were those two stepchildren that she was babysitting for?
7 and 5.
And then in 2022, you had a child of your own?
Yes, sir, in November.
How soon after the birth of that child did she begin to babysit for you?
Maybe a month old, maybe 2 months old.
How many times did she babysit for you with that infant child?
A handful of times. She would help hard.
How about the other two?
Any time that we had them and they had like Christmas break, Thanksgiving break, any kind of break from school, she helped me out and babysit the two oldest ones.
Can you give me a number of approximation, how many times that might be?
I would say 10 or more times.
That would be for the two oldest.
Yes, sir.
And then the infant?
Maybe 5 to 6 times, possibly more.
And in all of those times that she babysit for you, were there ever any issues with her babysitting duties for the children?
No, sir.
That is all the questions I have, Judge.
All right, Mr. Lamb. Any cross?
Yes, sir, just perhaps a quick question or two. Ms. Whitaker, if one of your children was being watched by Ms. Poague and your child suffered an injury of any sort, what would you expect her to do?
Call me.
Okay. Would you expect her to call a doctor or an ambulance?
Yes, sir.
If she observed someone abusing your child, would you expect her to report it to the police?
Yes, sir.
If someone was abusing your child, would you expect her to do everything in her power to protect your child?
Yes, sir.
When's the last time she babysat for you?
Probably 2023.
And she started babysitting for you in 2020?
Yes, sir.
So that was 5+ years ago? Okay. Okay, nothing further.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. Whitaker. You're free to stay or go. You can call your next witness.
May she be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. She's excused. She can stay or go.
I would call Megan Pitts to the stand, Your Honor.
Ms. Pitts, if you'd walk up here to the witness stand and then, before you have a seat, face Mr. Gamble and receive the oath, please.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Have a seat.
If you make sure you speak into that microphone, okay, because everybody needs to be able to hear you.
Ms. Pitts, could you please state your full name for the court?
Megan Nicole Pitts,
And Ms. Pitts, where are you from? Not where you're living right now, but where's your hometown?
Griffin, Georgia.
And where do you currently live?
Americus, Georgia.
And in Americas, are you attending college anywhere?
Yes, sir.
Where do you attend college?
Georgia Southwestern State University.
And where do you live on campus there at Georgia State Southwestern?
Yes, sir.
And where do you stay at? Where are you living at there?
I live in the dormitories on campus.
What's the name of that dorm?
Pines.
Did you previously live in a different dorm?
Yes, sir.
Back in 2024, January of 2024, which dorm were you living in?
Oaks.
And how long had you been in college at that time in January of 2024?
Roughly about half a semester.
Were you attending college under any kind of scholarship or anything?
Yes, sir.
What type scholarship?
I had multiple, but the biggest one was President Jimmy Carter Leadership Program.
Tell me, what is the Jimmy Carter Leadership Program Scholarship? What does it entail?
It's a group of students that go through an interview process, and they're selected from the incoming freshmen, and we are a service-based group that does community service throughout the year.
Do you have to have particular qualifications in order to be able to receive it, or is it just based upon the interview alone?
Particular qualifications.
What type?
You have to have a good grade point average, and you have to be a good leader.
Now, when you attended on the Jimmy Carter Leadership Program Scholarship, did you meet Trinity Poague at any time?
Could you repeat the name?
Trinity Poague, I want to call her Tiffany also. Trinity Poague, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
And does she live in the same dorm as where you were living in that January of 2014?
Yes, sir.
Her room compared to yours, how close was it?
Across the hall diagonally.
And so, not too far away?
Yes, sir.
You got to say yes or no for court reporter. Back on January the 13th, getting later into the day and night, bleeding over into January 14th, which would be the early morning hours, which you might commonly still think of the same Saturday night, but getting into Sunday morning. Did you hear anything that got your attention during the night while you were in your dorm? Well, first of all, were you in your dormitory during that time period?
Yes, sir.
And when you were in your dormitory during that time period, how late did you stay up that night on Saturday, January 13th? Do you recall?
I don't recall, but I remember being asleep and being woken up.
Okay, when you were sleeping, got awakened, what awakened you?
A baby crying.
Okay, was it, can you describe, I know a baby crying is a baby crying, I guess, but is there any way you can describe as far as volume or anything of that nature?
It was particularly loud considering I was across the hall.
Okay. Enough that it awakened you?
Yes, sir.
Now, after you heard the baby cry, was it just one cry, or was it baby crying, or what was going on?
It was continuous and then eventually stopped.
Okay. Do you know how long you heard the crying before it ceased?
I don't remember.
And was this in the middle of the night?
Yes, sir.
Yep, that's all the questions I have, John.
All right, cross-examination.
Good afternoon, Ms. Pitts. The baby was crying that night, loud enough at some point to wake you up, right around 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Is that about right? And you don't know how long he cried thereafter, but just until, I guess you said, until he stopped crying.
Yes,
right?
sir.
That wasn't the first time that baby had woke you up crying, was it?
No, sir.
Actually, he cried a lot when he was there around Miss Poague, didn't he?
Yes, sir. Every time.
Every time.
Yes, sir.
He actually behaved better and was calmer if, like, her roommate or somebody else was there that could help, tend to him instead of her having to do it, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
But he responded better to other people than he did to her.
Yes, sir.
She told you at some point, or did she tell you that she had known that child for his whole life?
I don't recall.
You don't recall that? Do you remember interviewing with the GBI
Yes, sir.
agent over at I think y'all interviewed over in the police station on campus?
Yes, sir.
Interviewed with Special Agent Joe Chestnut.
Yes, sir.
Does that sound right? And I mean, there's an audio recording of it, not a video. There's an audio recording of it, but there's also a summary that the agent prepared, which is his note summary of the interview. Okay,
Yes, sir.
if I let you take a look at that for just a moment, do you think that might refresh your memory about whether or not she had told you anything about how long she had known the child?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
John, I object to using refreshment of the agent's notes to try to refresh her memory.
Well, it doesn't matter whose notes they are. I mean, anything that if the witness says that she believes it will refresh her memory, then
I think
it's
she can
permissible.
review the notes and then make if it will refresh her memory.
If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let's start maybe like right in here and read down 2 or 3 paragraphs. Just read to yourself. Not out loud. Do you have a chance to read over that?
Yes, sir.
And in fact, having done so, does that refresh your memory at all about whether or not she had led you to believe, or led everyone to believe certain information about how long she had known the child, things like that?
I remember her having conversations about describing knowing the child and helping take care of him, but I don't recall that particular conversation.
Okay, you don't recall a particular conversation where she said she'd known him his whole life.
Correct.
But you do recall conversations where she had talked about the child, taking care of him, and that sort of thing.
Yes, sir.
And where she had seen him and taken care of him away from where y'all were, away from the dormitory.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that? Okay. All right. Ever hear her express any opinions of her own about the child?
Yes, sir.
What kind of opinions did she express about J.D. Angeles?
They were never directly to me, but they were in group settings, and she would describe
The
it.
objective is not said directly to her. Now, you said it's heard through a group, but not from her?
I want you to clarify as to whether or not she heard it,
Yes, sir, I
not that
certainly
she heard
will.
it secondhand. Okay. And I do need you to speak into that microphone a little louder, okay? All right.
Sir.
Thank you.
When I ask you if you had heard her express any opinions about the child, you said in a group setting, was it a setting where you actually heard what she said?
Yes, sir. It
Wait.
was in her room.
Okay. Not her talking to someone else and them telling you she said something. It's something you actually heard. She just wasn't talking to you individually.
Yes, sir. It was a group of people in her room.
Gotcha. Okay. So what opinions did you hear her express about the child?
She was describing that she didn't particularly like him.
It sort of seemed obvious from her interactions with the child that his feelings about that were mutual.
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't it? Nothing further.
Redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right. You can step down, Ms. Pitts. You're free to stay or go. She's excused, is that correct? Do y'all have any objection to excusing her?
No, Your Honor.
She may be excused, yes,
All
sir. Thank you, Mr.
All right.
Take care.
You can call your next witness.
Call Elanie Brow. I don't know if Brow is a Briox. I'm not sure how you pronounce that last name. Brow, I thought. Okay, thank you.
Mr. Brow, before you have a seat up there in the witness chair, if you could face Mr. Gamble and receive the oath, please.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Could you please state your full name for the jury?
Elanie Brow,
And Ms. Brow, where are you from originally?
Perry, Georgia.
And are you currently attending college anywhere?
Yes, sir.
Where do you attend college?
Georgia Southwestern.
And are you living on campus anywhere?
No, I live in an apartment off campus.
Back in January of 2024, were you living on campus?
Yes, sir.
At that time, where were you living?
Oaks 2.
And in Oaks 2, did you have the occasion at any time to meet Trinity Poague?
Yes, sir.
How did you know her?
We were in the leadership program together, the President Jimmy Carter leadership program together.
So you would have met her through that to begin with?
Yes, sir.
Did you also see her from time to time at the dormitory where you lived?
Every once in a while, yes, sir.
Did you ever see her to know whether or not she had a boyfriend?
Yes, sir.
Did she have one?
Yes, sir.
Do you know who he was?
I saw him, but I never knew his name.
You just saw him with her boyfriend?
Yes, sir.
Do you know whether or not they had there was any child involved in that relationship?
Yes, sir.
Did you see the child as well?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever see Miss Poague where she was carrying that child with her?
Yes, sir.
Now, how far away was your room at the Oaks from Miss Poague's room?
Right across the hall.
Directly across?
Directly across, yes, sir.
Back on January 13th in the late night hours, anywhere from 10 o'clock forward, till January 14th, early morning hours, did you hear anything during that time period that was worth noting?
I heard the baby crying, sir.
What time was it when you heard that? Do you know?
It periodically throughout the night. I probably went to sleep around like 10:30, so I just woke up every once in a while and just heard the baby crying.
Was it enough to have awakened you?
Probably not, no, sir.
Just heard the baby crying.
Yeah, I just wake up randomly throughout the night anyways.
Okay. You don't know anything else about that, though, other than the baby was crying?
No, sir.
All right, that's all the questions I have.
All right. Cross-examination?
So the child didn't wake you up. You just woke up, but you could hear him somewhere down the hall, across the hall, crying,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
When you heard the child crying, was there anything that seemed or sounded abnormal about it compared to when you had heard the child cry before?
No, sir.
The next morning, let me back up. You said that you heard him crying maybe around 1 a.m. and then on and off until 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, sir.
So what you mean by that is when you woke up, you might still hear him crying if you woke up at 3 o'clock or
Yes,
whatever.
sir. Yes, sir.
So you don't actually know that he cried all night. It's just a couple times you woke up and he was crying.
Yes, sir.
And then about 6 o'clock or so in the morning, you didn't hear him anymore.
No, sir.
Then you got up at 9:30 in the morning and you didn't hear him crying then, did you?
No, sir.
The child cried often when he was there, didn't he?
Yes, sir. I think so.
I don't think I have any more questions, Your Honor, but I would like to have just 1 second, please. No further questions.
All right. Any redirect, Mr. Gamble?
No, Your Honor, she can be excused for as far as we're concerned.
All right. Miss Bo, Bro, you can stay or go. You're free to go.
Okay,
Or stay. You're excused. All right. You can call your next witness, Mr. Gamble.
Yeah, I would ask for about a